not actually quite sure if he likes any of the specific gods. If anything, it will probably be Odin because he is all the old father. He knows everything, and he probably knows a lot about juicy smithing techniques. But other than that, he doesn't have a fan favorite.
Would you say he's not? He's more focused on just. I mean, that kind of makes sense for Mikhail that he doesn't place all that much faith in the gods. But is it that he doesn't place faith in them, or is it just that he's like, yeah, well, they all serve their purpose?
I mean, if anything, he would like believe in Broca and Etri more than the gods because you know they forged the Mjolnir, and like he looks up to them. It's like the gods serve a purpose. If that
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
those guys actually are something to aspire to in a way.
Yeah. Whereas the gods seem so far overreach. Although I will get to them at some point.
Mm. Yep.
A couple of level ups away from the gods being within reach.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
You
Yep.
can reach them, but if you try and reach them with an axe, it's probably going to end badly for you.
You'd be right about that.
Right. I can add the next for the question of what location does Trimer seem to be, or rather like the most? I would say Trimer would actually like the tree of Yggdrasil. Like basically, it's the convenient, the great convenient travel of great distances of like one place over the other. Like he really like enjoys how convenient that is, and enjoys like the wondrous nature of the tree itself.
Yeah, I'm sure even more so as he's been discovering the links to the elven heritage that run through those routes as well.
Right.
I feel like Carmilla might be the only one that's actually explored another realm at all. You've probably traveled further than the others.
Oh yeah, the throne. That was a good place. I was kind of disappointed with the cat lady.
Cat lady.
Freya.
Pretty sure you meant you dying.
Oh, that place.
And Freya's the cat lady. I get, I guess you know. Just picking my brain. Haven't put any tabaxi in this campaign. But I'm here. Well, I'm sure you'll end up encountering Freya again if you guys manage to make it out of the situation you guys find yourselves in now. As yeah, Olason, would you like to give us the recap of last week?
Yes, of course. After resting, the party traveled deeper into the caverns with their dwarven guide, and after getting through some rubble and an avalanche, they came across a small dwarven settlement. Carmelo overheard some commotion about a fallen statue that leads an entrance to the Frostforge. Meanwhile, they saw some sort of dwarf priestess at an altar of Freya. She called it the Heart Mother. She spoke with Trimer, and Trimer spoke of his worries about history, of supposed lore factor the trail, and the troubles of learning history and the results of history, but not the why of such an event occurring. Then she spoke with Hieta, and it appears Hieta saw the wolf Fenrir along with the priestess, and she saw it too, and was frightened and called Hieta to be involved with dark forces. Nonetheless, the party continued to where the statue had fallen and encountered screamers, ice bug like creatures. After slaying them, they were able to climb to the hall and explore seemingly another part of the Frostforge. And that's where we ended off there.
That is, we
And
will.
oh,
Where we
and
will reach your.
yep, and Mikkel, you can take your long rest and get your abilities and spells back.
All right.
Yeah, you would have had a long rest since you were last. Yeah, when you were making the lanterns, everyone got a rest after that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and your lantern. I think you can identify and attune to that now.
True. Yeah, can we retcon that? Like, identify it.
Well, you
Any
might
rest?
get a chance to do it now, as we assume you've been traveling with everyone, and now as the cold air kind of bites as you climb up and out of that broken tunnel and into the ruins of the Frost Forge, you guys are kind of coming up underneath the Frost Forge from here. The shattered remnants of this dwarven craftsmanship and glittering frosted machinery kind of embedded in the walls and just rubble all around you. This room here is silent save for the occasional groan of settling ice and the aura of lingering power that hangs heavy. But after that climb, you may want to take a rest. So you guys
Yeah.
have a moment here as you climbed out of the hole. And I will leave it to you to discuss what's next. And yeah, if you wanted to do an identify ritual like over the time of a short rest, now might be a good time to do it.
Yep. Primary definitely needs that short rest. That Screamer encounter had 1 HP.
Yeah, and Hielte has gone deaf in one ear, so he's going to be dealing with that by himself. We won't be seeing it.
Ah, poor man.
So, are we free to like take a short rest now and roll hit die?
Well,
Yeah, you can roll that. Nothing's probably going to interrupt you over the next hour, but
Yeah.
you can describe to me what you're
Okay.
doing over that short rest, and that would be a good time to discuss your next steps or whatnot. But yeah, you can click that.
Okay.
all right. So what are our plans? Olason, do you have any? Oh, sorry, Trimia. It's been a while since Olason died. So what are our plans?
Yeah.
What's the next step, essentially? What do you think?
Currently, yeah. Currently, we're trying to find. Right now, the tremors within the mountains are still happening, and right now we are aware that something has gone on with the part of Ymir somewhere within the Frostforge or somewhere within the caverns. But at the same time, like there's the the assigned task that were given to that it was a where is it? I know I had my notes. Oh yeah, that is basically also finding the tomb of Broke Nose, where there's where it's believed that there's a strong curse there, that the gates of Svartalheim, where eventually we have to take a like a supposed detour there to reach deeper within the mountains. But as of this moment, we've come across this path that well out of character. Did you have mentioned it seems to be like another part of the Frostforge? So right now we're currently exploring this area.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
where the dwarven guide took you to, he said that you were very close, that it was like you just had to exit a tunnel, but you diverged from that path that he was taking you and went to the collapsed statue. So you guys have climbed up from underneath instead of taking the path that he was taking you. But it does seem like you're in the forge again. You rode up from underneath.
Right. So right now, it's either we find the Heart of Ymir, or if we encounter like the Gates of Svartalheim and its supposed curse inhabitants of undead creatures, we help either do that. Basically, either or both.
Okay.
Hey, hit that rolling.
Okay. Well, first things first, I guess we should get a fire going. I guess the easiest way to do that. Can I? Although there wouldn't happen to be like any branches laying around, would there? I assume not.
Make a
considering-
lift down there.
Huh?
You want to
Lift?
make something to get down there?
No, like just start a fire.
You can make an investigation check to try and find something to burn, but the DC is pretty high.
Fire as
Definitely.
bonfire. I think it's a cantrip.
I suppose that's easier than.
Finding sticks.
I don't think 15 is enough.
Yeah, you find some bits and pieces of wood that might work, but they are just sodden and cold and are probably going to be very difficult to light. Magical fire would be much easier.
Okay. And it was showing me well.
Oh, yeah.
Can you light that fire? It's kind of cold.
All right. Yeah, of course. Yep, and Tyree can cast. Yeah, you can cast Create Bonfire. Right.
Okay, it's fine. You don't have to. That's just a cantrip, right? Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
place it. Place it.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell me if you want to put it somewhere else, but yeah, you have a little fire there that illuminates this cavern, and you can see it also now gives you enough light to clearly see down sort of to the bottom of the map. You can see that there is this large ice-choked passageway that leads deeper into the forge.
Okay. That's good to know.
I roll some die for Ariana. She is badly hurt.
I suppose I should also get that ritual started up. Ugh, now that we have warmth. Beacle's gonna start like throwing runes and shit on the floor so I can get this ritual started. And
Does it actually give you an option to try and identify one of the items you have?
unfortunately, it didn't. But maybe if I
Okay, no,
no, hang on. If I right
that was
click
just
it,
wishful thinking. I don't think Foundry's like, oh yeah. I don't know how you did that, but that
like in my inventory, I could right click it and then I could identify it. But it seemed like
cool. Yeah.
right,
You-
can I?
Ooh. And Green Light Lantern. And here we are. We were joking 2 weeks ago, calling it a Green Lantern's light.
And it will light our darkest hour. Till all are one.
cast a dominate person again spell against as also in Atlantis Light. Okay, that's pretty
Whoa.
powerful.
Oh yeah, that's good. And well, also like it's helpful. It can combo well with Trimir's his reaction thing to turn an advantage roll into regular roll because as the dominate first install states, if we're fighting a creature it has advantage on the with saving throw, but thanks to Trimir's reaction thing, he can cancel out the advantage.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Huh, well, I think this will definitely prove useful.
Yep. If we encounter a humanoid, we can use it on.
I mean, surely, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I am the Green Lantern now. No,
One of the
unfortunately.
elves will say, I guess Ariana will just say, should we be at all worried that we might run into that dragon again?
that that is true.
Why
think-
would he be there?
Yeah. Well,
Like,
well,
Anyway,
we
the forge is gone. I think there is reason to stay here unless he's looking for us. But I don't think he's going to expect us to
Yeah.
be here.
Oh yeah. Well, the dwarves did mention that when the statue fallen, they did, although not confirmed, they do have some belief that it is possible that the dragon may be around. So, there's also that that Valkyrie still there. So there's that.
Well, we wanted. Oh, was it Hjelte if you wanted to?
He'll
Yeah,
do.
it was yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was assigned the task of getting the Valkyrie,
Hmm. Well,
and
I
I guess
guess.
bring her to some sort of judgment for some reason.
Oh, I see. That is utmost curious. So I guess we'll see. I mean, unless the frost or unless the mountain has caved in by what the horde was, I think it should be alright.
Right.
But
Right now, yeah. Right now, our duty is to either, or rather, our quest is to either
I think we lost the last sentence there, Orlason. What did you say? The quest is to either? We lost it.
He's typing.
Okay, well, let him. Okay, lost the internet for a moment. Hopefully, he will be back soon. But for now, what are the rest of you doing? Yes. Yeah. Primia was mentioning that the dwarves said there might be that they may have heard the dragon that's still up.
Hmm.
Yeah, Gorm is mainly thinking, Assuming we get down there, let's say no dragon, nothing, just the heart. Like now what?
Just to be clear, you just climbed up through that hole. The statue
Oh.
had fallen through the ground, like through the ice, and that statue breaking through the ceiling is what kind of cleared this hole into the forge.
Also, it like
The-
fell from up where we are now downwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked like it fell probably from higher up than where you are now, but crashed through the ground, and then you guys climbed up the statue to get up.
Oh.
So you could try and climb back down, but that would be going back the way you came towards where the dwarf was leading you, and is still. There's like a little dwarven settlement down that side. Settlement is a strong word, like little mining camp, essentially.
Hmm. Okay.
My thoughts don't change then. Still, assuming we get to the heart. What's next?
Well, if the horde is still there, or rather, I mean, at the heart of the Frost Forge. I mean, maybe we can rebuild it, although that would kind of defeat the point of what we did last time.
I suggest not. Right now, I think, yeah. Right now, right now we know that the cause of the tremors going on in this mountain is from the heart of Ymir somehow.
Hmm. So, what's the plan? Are we gonna head out, keep following the dwarf?
It's either that path, you point south, which is where I believe there is a path, or back from where we came from.
Okay, so there's really only one option, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I believe we've rested enough, so should we head out?
Yeah, ready whenever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wonder. So since we're near the frost forge, I wonder. Can my hold on. Get my inventory. Oh, basically my magic map of deep mines. Since I did use it when it was like when we were like near the forge, or rather the horde. Let me show the description.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. When you look at that map, you will notice that you are like pretty much underneath the where that horde was and where you guys were before. You are below the forge, so it's kind of hard to see on the map, but you can tell that you are deep below the mountain, and basically at the peak above you is where that horde was that you guys explored.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not exactly like 1-to-1, but you're underneath that same part of the mountain.
Right. Yep. Sounds like. All right. Well, we do have like a map of the way ahead. What do you guys think? You just do. continue our detour through the tomb, through the supposed curse in the near the gates of Svartalfheim, or continue forth this path that we found that leads to that near the Frostforge. Find the heart of Ymir now
You know how to remove a
and
curse?
find the stabilist. Honestly, no.
Me neither, so let's go around it.
I agree.
All right then.
Okay, when you guys are ready to move out, you can make either a perception or a survival check if you're heading down that tunnel.
Okay.
All right.
This is from everybody.
Okay.
A
Survival
perception
check.
or survival? Or was it just
Yep,
survival?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perception or survival. Yeah.
Oh, okay, very nice roll. Yeah, so as you guys make your way into this passageway going deeper into the forge, you will see the walls are glistening with this otherworldly blue kind of glow, and there are frost crystals that hum faintly, reacting to your presence as you move down the tunnel. Ahead, it seems to narrow into an eerie silence, but all of you will notice on the inside of this tunnel there are claw marks in the walls, like something was just like raging in here. And
Okay.
yeah, you definitely, Camilla, especially, you recognize that those are dragon claw marks.
Oh, that's great.
Oh boy.
You managed to
Well,
detect any shifting ice and avoid triggering any collapses as you make your way through.
okay. Ooh, that is troubling. Like, Timer actually does say that in character, like, as he's looking at the claw marks.
That doesn't bode well.
Well, at least means there is a dragon.
That is true. Although, frankly, I would like there to not be a dragon. I think that would make our lives a whole lot easier.
Yeah, same here.
But
I
less
believe we
fun.
do not have the force. Yeah. I believe we have the forces to take on the dragon. Like Mikhail, like his Horn of Valhalla still like does Mik out of character does Mikhail still have that? But right now it's not recharged yet. It hasn't been a week yet.
Well, I haven't lost it at any point, so
Yeah, or was it given back to the people of Brada?
I didn't give it back to him. So unless someone else did, I should still have it.
Yeah, you didn't give it back to
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Yep. Right now it's like at least I believe 3 more days until it recharges.
It doesn't seem worth it to wait 3 days.
It has so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I suppose we should just head further in. And,
Well, just pray that we don't encounter this guy, Patroner.
I mean, with any luck, we might be able to talk our way out again, but I kind of doubt that, so we should probably be ready, just in case. To run, of course. I don't think we can fight him in our
Yeah.
current state.
Yeah, agreed. But have Like we have resources, but I don't think we have the manpower for take down an ancient dragon.
Yeah.
Suddenly, above you, there is going to be a crack in the ice, and you're going to hear the sudden frost eruption as the cold, almost like steam, blasts out from it and fills the room with this frozen mist. I need everyone to please give me a dex save here. But because you succeeded on your previous check, you will have advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I make the same for the elves as well.
Oof.
Yeah, don't worry about them for now.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, so Camilla and Mikil, you both fail that, and you are going to take 9 points cold damage as this frozen mist fills the room.
Okay.
But as this happens and the air grows frigid, there will be a deep rumble that sort of shakes the tunnel that seems to shift this ice. And you see as the mist begins to clear down the tunnel ahead of you, emerging through that mist is Vaitrinda's enormous mithril form. As you see his eyes glowing with this icy fury, and his voice echoes through the tunnel as he just says, "You have trespassed too far. I have spared you once, and I shall not again. Leave now, or the heart and its curse will be your tomb." And hold my breath onto the map.
Well,
Ooh. Oh gosh, we're at the entrance again. Oh. Oh crap.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised he's alive.
You can see. Give me a perception check, Mikil.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
Can I also flash of genius that for 27?
You really don't need to.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Yeah.
also maybe say-
Yeah.
I don't know if that spends a resource. If not, then yeah, of course. But you definitely
does.
can clearly see that Vatrin is covered with wounds. He definitely seems injured from the battle. Before you can see that there are axe wounds just breaking through several parts of the scales. It looks like Hjorund definitely hurt him in that fight, but this is an ancient mithril dragon. It is not going to go down so easy. But it is
Yep.
definitely not at full health. I'll put it that way.
Yep.
A tough
And
nut
we
to
definitely
crack.
don't have full manpower. Right now he is absent. So
Well, so either we're gonna have to role play very good, or it's gonna be a very hard fight.
right.
We'll say after what happened before, all charisma checks are going to be at disadvantage with Vajander because he does not trust you from before.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. The Trimer would say, Vader, right now, we're here because of the Trevors. We are aware that somehow the right now the residents are very unstable and causing a lot of destruction around the surrounding area. We're here to investigate and hopefully stop and control whatever's causing these tremors within the mountain. These tunnel collapses going on around Brada and everywhere else.
This is not your fight, nor your curse to bear. Leave before you awaken a greater doom.
And what is this greater doom you speak of?
Chains that bind that heart. They are not for you to break. They hold more than you know, Elf. I have said my piece before. Challenge me now, and this will be your grave.
I honestly do not doubt that. Hmm. Like, is there no other way to stop these tournaments going on within Brada and everywhere else? Like, right now, that's why we're here at the moment. To stop these tournaments and this destruction going on. If you say that, like, these powers or something is like beyond our understanding, our grasp, well, help us understand.
The mountain is wounded, but it will settle and it will heal. This is beyond your control.
Hmm. Are you sure that there's nothing we can do to it? Something, anything.
Can give me a perception, a deception or persuasion check if you are trying to make it seem like you're just here to help and you're not here to take the heart. Because he definitely seems defensive.
Yeah. Right now, partner is genuine. Like, he doesn't want to take the heart. Like, right now, he knows that like the tremors are going on here. He's like, yeah, we gotta find some. Like, is there some way we can help? Like, stop these tremors. Like, right now, they're causing a lot of trouble for Brada, and Primary feels like indirectly responsible for it, and he wants to do something about it.
Yeah, Gorm will take out his hammer and shield and just toss them forward and just say, "Look, we don't give a shit about the forge. The mountain is collapsing and people are dying. Yeah, I know you're ancient, you're old, you've seen some things, but we are not. We care about the here and now. Okay? Yeah, I would have given you my other eye. Okay, if I could, but then I will be blind. We just want to make sure that the mountain doesn't collapse. You can stay here for eternity if you want afterwards. I don't care."
You realize that you are the cause of this. You brought that giant to this place. I think you've done enough. Leave this mountain. Let it settle on its own. I will protect the heart as long as I live. But you are not welcome here. If you were to try and claim it, the destruction would only get worse.
Hmm. Like, I wonder, can Primer make an insight to Matrunder's word? Like, right now, Primer is trying to find meaning in what Matrunder is trying to say. Like, is he saying that the way to heal the mountain is by claiming the heart somehow, or is it entirely
Yeah, you can give me an insight check.
okay? Right, insight check. Come on, at least good roll. I don't have a proficiency. I'm gonna use my magical guidance. I'm gonna reroll, see if I get a better roll on that. Ah, dang it, no. The 12 is the best I can do.
Yeah, it seems like he doesn't quite trust that you're not here to claim the power of the heart, but he's kind of saying if you don't care about the heart, then piss off. There's nothing you can do here. The like he's just here to protect the heart. That seems to be all he cares about.
Right.
But from what you can tell,
Right.
it it's like it doesn't seem. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's saying claiming the heart will save the mountain. Seems like he's saying the mountain fell apart. That's not. No one can put that back together. It's just hey, you got to live with the fact that the mountain fell down and and it's going to cause some trouble.
Ooh,
But
okay.
you don't want the heart to go away. That's
Okay.
what you understand.
Yeah, I think Primer will share that knowledge with the party, saying, hmm, right, right now it seems, well, right now it's broken and all, but I guess that's the problem. Like, once it's broken, you can't put it back together with the mountain. And as Vatringer said, I guess, right, yeah, since, well, he has claimed to be a giver of wisdom and knowledge for all the experience he has, so I assume what he says is right. Right now, I guess the best we can do is leave as it is, and I guess help people as much as we can. What do you guys think?
He might bring wisdom, but he's not right here. We might have brought the giant here, but that didn't cause this mountain to collapse. It sped it up. It would have collapsed anyway because you would have died at some point. And I'm not sure if the giant would have stayed alive afterwards. The mountain would have collapsed either way. We just sped it up. The only reason it hadn't collapsed yet is because if it had collapsed earlier, it would have started healing earlier. So it has nothing to do with, well, we only sped it up. The only reason it hasn't started healing earlier is because of his selfishness. English. Selfishness.
Yes, I get what you're trying to say.
Yours is the strength that is fleeting, mortal. Mine is eternal, forged in the ice of centuries. We could have kept this place safe for hundreds more years. But the mountain, it has always been collapsing. This world is never unchanging. You sped it up. But if you were to claim that heart now, you would speed up the destruction of this entire world. There's no healing to be found in these chambers beyond.
Right, right now, I trust what Bittingers. So, what say you, Gordon? Like, honestly, do you have solutions or ideas? What, how to heal this mountain, or what else we can do?
You're asking Patron.
No, Gordon. Yeah, like basically, yeah, basically, Bittingers saying like the best we can do is like as he said, the like kind of like leave Bittinger alone and
Yeah.
let.
Of
Let
course,
the
he'll say
mountain.
that he doesn't
Yeah.
want you to be here.
Mm.
If he wouldn't have said it, you would have still tried to get in there. It is his entire role here is guarding the place. If he tells you no, it won't help, and you leave, you just save him some work.
Mhm.
Spare yourselves. The heart brings nothing but ruin to those who seek it.
You see the dragon sort of pacing back and forth now. He's like, it seems like he's definitely ready to fight, but is pleading with you to just turn around.
But
Well, so do we either let people die or do we let this old, what do you even call it, old fart of a dragon get his way?
hmm,
Because to me, the answer seems obvious.
hmm.
That people are dying. That's what they do.
Okay, vampire.
Ooh, so
You don't know anyone that's never died, do you? Or will die.
People die when they're killed. That's what I know. And right now, the mountain is killing.
I think at that, Trevor is gonna ask, wait, Literature, like, right, like right now, are you absolutely sure there's nothing we can do to help, like, help, whatever the collapsing mountains uh, causing for the people? Right now, uh, well, I'm sure as you've heard, like, yeah, as like from us and everywhere around. Well, it, things have got to get a lot of chaos has happened. Is there really nothing we can do at this moment? Like,
You are but ants before a storm. I suggest running as far from this place as you can. Let the dwarves dig. They have survived many mountains. I do not care what, but I will do what I can to stabilize the heart. You have interfered enough.
mm,
Does the heart not being not stable cause the snow to fall on Broda? Because I believe it was never that cold there. That's what they said. They said.
The heat below the mountains and the cold from above. They are both the heart of this mountain, and they have been here since before your kind ever roamed these lands.
mm,
Truly do not know what will happen if it is destroyed. But you do not understand the burden of the heart. It will consume you as it consumed me.
It consumed you, so you we're essentially letting the cat guard the milk.
well, if you want to put it that way, yeah, I guess in a way, yeah.
I told you before, I was not always a dragon. I was once a dwarf in these mountains myself. But all of my power, everything I have gained across my vast lifespan, I now sacrifice to keep this place alive. She helped me do that, and now she is gone. I will have to do it on my own. You mortals, you do not have the power to help.
Mm. Ooh. Oh man, I don't care. I wonder, do we have to do like another voting? Do we attack or run? Like, what do you guys think? Do you want to do another vote poll?
Another vote. Oh boy. Well, what are we voting for? Well, non-relief or fight or flee?
Yep. Yep. That's basically you have to. I'm gonna vote last, so that'll be the fourth and final vote. Right now, Trimer's mind is very circulating. Like he trusts what Vader says to be true, but at the same time, like Trimer started to feel like after witnessing the Frostmourne's Hjorn's mother's demise, like we're being right in some ways on how about the forge and whatnot. Like saying that led to its destruction. Mm. Right now, at this moment, Primer sees that Vader like is like suffering from the burden and wonders, should we release him from this burden? Like that's what Primer is thinking right now. And with that, so this is because of how like Hiete isn't here, so this is difficult to make.
Well, Ariana is agreeing that and saying the elves can handle the burden. Let's take it back. Whereas Fenway is going, do you see the size of that guy? Let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Oh, right now at this moment, I see the results.
Never.
DM, can I use the rune sight and see if there is any like magical energy like around us, like around the area and him, like to see if like the dragon is linked, like maybe he's being I don't know, maybe not controlled but influenced by it. Like
Yeah,
Trivia's
you can-
ring, it's just no one can be here because of greed, but not because of protecting it.
Yeah, you can make a either power or an insight check unless your feature has a specific.
Just let me see
Specific.
energy. It doesn't let me see if he's lying or not. Let me see magical energy.
Yeah, but just to
And
identify what that energy might mean. There's definitely magic coming from them, but how that applies
so you said insight or what?
or arcana.
I think Arcana works better here.
Okay, decent.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As you're speaking to him and like he's talking about how he was transformed into a dragon, you can tell that after learning about the ring that Trymir stole and stuff, it wasn't the heart that turned him into a dragon, but it seems like what he's saying is he's given up that he's putting all of his power as a dragon into trying to keep that heart safe, and you can tell that he is definitely linked to it. You wouldn't be able to tell if it's like corrupting him somehow, but you can see behind him there is like this glowing, just it's like there's a sun behind him, of the same kind of magic that is just you've seen it radiating across this mountain, and this seems to be the source of all the magic in this mountain, and it seems to be just beyond where Vachand is standing. There seems to be some sort of some sort of location like a cavern or something behind him that is containing it. But yeah, it seems like he has definitely he is putting magic into it and trying to keep it from completely destroying everything, from breaking at least.
Yeah, I'll go and pick up my shield and hammer and holster them and say, you won't try to stabilize the place. You will stabilize the place, because if the heart dies, you die. So you say there is nothing you can do, nothing can be done, and we have to leave. Fine, I'll leave. This place goes, and you go as well. So I better stop seeing this mountain tremble and shake, or just admit you need some help if you can do it. Because we might be ends in the grand scheme of things, but we're still here alive.
You can give me an intimidation or persuasion check.
Disadvantage, right? Because everything is disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll use the surveillance. Make that regular roll.
Sure. That's not good. 16.
Can I flash genius that?
Yeah. That makes it a 21, right?
Thinking if I probably shouldn't use part inspiration. Yeah. Did I get a 9 or did I get a? I got a 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say 21 is a success. I
Okay.
can tell you that. Yeah, he will. He kind of. You see, it stops pacing, and there's a slight moment where he just kind of stares you down and then breaks eye contact himself. And just says,
Well, a wise decision, and I would have it no other way. I will protect this place. Perhaps you could get the dwarves off of this mountain before they are hurt any further. But I don't believe the tremors will get any worse. Stay away from this place. I beg of you.
Okay. Okay.
I know you're a dragon, and you're linked to this place and everything. But as we probably said, we're from Brodovik. So if by any chance this place somehow stabilizes back, do try to send us something, so we'll tell the people to return, but still stay away from the heart. They might all have had direct contact with the Frostforge itself, but they still lived here for probably a very long time.
Dwarves long understood that if they stayed away from this place, they wouldn't be hurt. It was you that broke that pact. So, they will hold this place as long as you never return. Until my dying day. I swear it.
you can tell that getting into the Frost Forge would be a lot harder now. Like the way that you guys came in, you had to go pretty deep into the mountain. So the path that you guys took to get to the Frost Forge before is completely buried. Like it would be very difficult to find your way back in here.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, I will I know that everyone would fight, but I'm still leaving.
And honestly, like with that, you gotta convince Trymir to want to leave because he doesn't want to like test his metal against an ancient dragon. He doesn't want to do that, even if he is injured.
I guess that would be a smart choice, despite what we voted on.
Yeah. So right now, Victor like recommended like basically like escorting towards like somewhat like away from the mountains and like wait for the mountain to heal. And then like when it's like ready, the dwarves can return once the mountain has like somewhat healed and settled.
If he never heals.
True that. Yeah. And right now, from Timer's perspective, he's thinking that well, right now it seems like the tomb, like the gate of Svartalheim, uh, seems, seems like that's causing trouble, like for the people of Brada. So it seems so to Trimer, he wants to help Brada as much as he can. So that sounds like a good place to go next if we're leaving this place.
Everyone agreed? You're heading back down the way you came?
Yep, I leave. I agree with Corp.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that honestly that was nerve wracking.
Well, yeah, with that,
Avoiding TPK. We proceed.
Yes. Honestly, I think that might have would have happened because, like, have you seen what a dragon's? I've seen parties TVK by dragon's breath weapon.
Just don't get hit.
Just don't
well,
get
I will say I had totally prepared for a dragon fight tonight, so yes, we can go do
Sorry?
some. Yeah,
We
I
we
mean,
always
like-
seem to go against your plans.
not
Yeah.
that you went against my plans. You just bailed out of your own plans at the last minute. Like the whole, we discussed at length that your whole goal was to try and get to the heart, and yeah, was the dragon in your way? You decided not to take the challenge. That's cool. You
Yep.
can. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you, I was, I had that prepared. I didn't think you were going to turn around. So, yeah, I may need to take a bit of a break and just set up
Yeah.
on the map. Because also the place you were going to like cure the curse, the main reason you were going there was because it was a shortcut into the Frost Forge. They were just like, yeah, I think it might be haunted. That that's like a very minor side quest that you were given there. The point of going there was to get into the forge. So you, I'm just pointing that out because you guys already kind of achieved that, getting there. But if you do want to go back and mop up all the side quests, you totally can.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
We
can
can
see
do
what we
that.
can
Like,
do.
yeah, we're full of Svartalheim and an extension Brada, so I believe this can like help them in like their travels if we clear these gates.
What I will say actually is you guys make your way back to the hole. Maybe we can have a moment here where you plan what to do next, because this was like I thought either you were going to take the tree back and level up and then come back and fight the dragon, or then it was you were going to go and get the heart and potentially fight the dragon. But now I don't really know what the party is trying to do. So
Level
just
up.
Yeah.
yeah, you unlocked the tree of Yggdrasil. That's why I was so confused when everyone was like, "Okay, cool, we'll move on." I was like, "Okay." I was waving a level up in front of you, but I don't know. It's up to you guys what you want to try and do. But you have been on this mountain for quite a while.
Yes, we have. Yep.
I
Right
think
now, it's plans. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I
What were you saying?
think either way, despite us pussying out, Mikkel wants to Frost Forge, so he's down to fight a dragon if need be. So I think it might be smartest in that case to take Yggdrasil if the level up is still on the table, and then head back after that to then try and kill the
Hmm.
dragon.
Yeah, and remember, level up is going back to Broudevik and like a part of your level up is going back and would be preparing for the next fight kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not just you're not just clicking on a tree and then getting a level.
Yep.
You
Mm.
can continue the journey from here. Like you guys have traveled pretty deep into the mountain for the level you're at. There is, I mean, as we discussed a while ago, you've got plenty to do. So yeah, there are other things out there to do.
Hmm.
Yep. So
We should
I'll
start
continue leveling.
evacuating the people on border. So the tree probably.
Yeah. And then we could head back and fight the dragon at some point.
Yeah.
It's not like he's going anywhere.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Plus,
He might be fully healed by then, but
that little get a level up. But
start with. If we want to check out the what is it called, the cursed area, we can. But after that, we just probably tell the Jarl that we failed and evacuate them to Brodovik.
So the
The
curse we
sooner the
go.
better. It will give them more time to set up.
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, yeah. In that case, let's go to the haunted area.
And
Yeah.
need
Plus, we
to-
gotta have Hieta with us. So at this fight. So it's probably the right call. Like Hieta's back is like, all right, guys, what happened? It's like, oh, we got TPK'd. I was like, wait, what?
That's
to
fine.
be clear, I balance the fights. Like you guys are never, if this one is signposted as it's a fucking ancient dragon, but there is. I'm never going to put a fight in front of you that is impossible. In that case, we would just do it narratively, and it would be like, oh no, the dragon eats you. Like we don't have to roll initiative if the fight's going to be that hard. It's just you fucked up and the creature kills you. But if we're in a point where it's like there is a chance to fight, there's a chance to win. You might not all make it out of there, but if we TPK, I fucked up. I'm just gonna point that out. Either you guys made a terrible mistake, or I didn't balance it right. So, mate-wise, you don't have to be too scared of the creatures.
Yeah, but in character, It's completely fair to be scared of an ancient dragon.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you'd taken another step forward, he would have used frightening presence, and we would have seen if mechanically your characters shit themselves. But so yes, absolutely. It's, but I'm just saying, meta-wise, like, I don't feel like you have to do the boring option. Like, take some risks, yeah.
Right, right. There is all that treasures, so
Alright.
If you want to steal a dragon's hoard, you're probably gonna have to deal with the dragon.
yeah.
No, not necessarily. It's a very good plan to get him away from the heart.
Okay, so if we like split up the party, actually, probably annoying as shit to play. But we just have like one guy like just harassing the horde, get the dragon to move, and then we go and steal the heart,
Still,
take the heart.
Just eat the heart.
Yeah, I'll become the new dragon. Be like Fafnir. Wait, actually, would my character know Fafnir?
I mean, the story that you've heard of Vatrander is basically the story of Fafnir. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe Fafnir is a legend that you've heard of, but in this local region, that story would be about Vatrander, not Fafnir.
Hmm.
I totally stole that. from-
Fair. So, what's the plan? Are we heading to the coast area, or we're gonna go back, try and fight the dragon?
let's get the people to safety first.
Okay. Then let's head out and start evacuating
So-
people.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I'll say everyone can give me athletics checks. We'll just do this for the next kind of few sections of climbing and things, because you're gonna have to climb back down that statue and make your way through quite a number of tunnels. But yeah, you can give me athletics checks to see if anything goes horribly wrong along the way.
Yeah, I'll use my
Otherwise-
climbing gear slowly but surely.
Oof.
That's 2 8s.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the third.
that's
That's not good.
Oh, Kamala, you would actually have advantage because you can spider climb all over the place. You're much less likely to.
And
All right.
Mikhail
Yeah.
also is part of climb.
Well, more
really?
so I can just walk on walls.
Yeah, so you also
Yeah,
have
that's-
advantage.
Okay.
okay. Yep. Can we roll?
Watch me get like a 5 or something.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh, that's
What?
13. You.
What is this?
You both got 13. You both
Can
got
you
8 and 13. What the heck?
Can you stop stealing my rolls, Camilla?
I almost want to do another athletic and just see if we roll the same. Just to see.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, close enough.
Okay.
Ah,
Look,
no,
there you
no,
got your
no, no, no,
5.
I got my 5.
So, as you-
So the lowest is 14 from Carla.
yeah, so Kamala and Mikhail having some competition in with their climbing skills on the way back, but everyone manages to make it back without breaking anything. What the lowest was the 14, right? Or
Yeah.
the 13. Yeah.
14.
Then you manage to make it back with a couple of bumps and scrapes, but no actual missing hit points. And you will make your way back to the little dwarven chambers where you were before. And takes you about an hour and a half to get back there, but I will move us to that map. But I think this is all. We go. Nickel and Gorm, we got all the others. Let me change this.
All right. Oh,
That was music.
music and Gorm. Okay.
Okay, as you make your way back, you will see one of the guards that you saw before, standing up top. He sees you coming, and he shouts over his shoulder. He goes, "Grelden, they're back. They survived." And you will see Grelden up there. He will make his way over to. He says, "Oh, good. Starting to think we wouldn't see you."
Yes, we're back. Unfortunately, not with good news yet. We tried getting to the the heart, the Frost Forge, but Vatran was guarding it. So for now, before we attempt to flee him to stabilize the mountain, we want to evacuate everyone to safety.
Probably a good idea. We've heard that some of the dwarves are already moving under the mountain, but the people of Browder are still stuck. You may have found your giant friend, though. I'm afraid I don't think he made it.
I see.
He's just through that tunnel there, if you want to go and see him. But otherwise, if you're not heading into the forge anymore, I suppose I can lead you back to Browderbeck. I mean, Browder. No, you know what Browderbeck is, not me.
Yes.
But yes, for now, we will focus on evacuating the people of Broader. And then I suppose the dwarves can dig deep or dig out. And then at some point, and then after we've evacuated the people of Broader, we'll come back and stay the dragon.
If you say so. I'll get my things ready and we can head out.
Okay.
Do you need anything for the journey, or ready to go?
I don't think we need anything, do we, lads?
No, not at the moment. No.
Oh, you heard him. Ready whenever.
Well, I'll be taking Mrs. Hogan's pies. Don't blame me if you get hungry. And he will take his lantern and start making his way back down. But we don't have to go through all of these chambers if we're not doing anything in here. But you guys will be able to follow him back towards Rauda. I take it you trying to head straight to Rauda. Yeah.
Yes, I believe that was the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Then can I get a group survival or perception check?
Okay.
Okay. Well, thanks to Carmella's lead, Trymere, you nearly wander into a small lava tunnel, but Carmella manages to point out the right path and lead you guys pretty much all the way back to Browder here through these tunnels. We're gonna feel like we've rolled in like survival stuff in this tunnel. In these tunnels, um, you've gotten fairly used to traversing this, and with your guide's help, it is not too much trouble at all. It will take you about another 3 hours to get back.
Okay.
Okay.
It's about 4 o'clock by the time you find your way back to Beralda. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit theatre of the mind as we are going back into the town, but uh, yeah, you find yourselves back in Browder. You can see the dwarves are getting on with their business, uh, trying to recover whatever they can from any of the buildings that have collapsed and start to make some repairs. There have been several avalanches and rock slides that they seem to be dealing with, but being dwarves, they've got all the equipment to be doing such things. Um, yeah, fortunately, the fires of the forge are still cold, and yeah, it seems like there are people gathering at the same sort of buildings as when you left. So, who would you like to make your way towards, or what are you doing as you approach Brown? As you arrive back in Brown, rather.
Well, first things first, we should probably talk to the Jarl.
Yep. Rain.
Let him know of the situation. So we will start heading towards the the longhouse, or rather where the yard is.
And you're looking for Thrain.
What was that, sorry?
And you are looking for Thrain. Is that correct? Or are you just headed to the Longhouse?
Looking for the yard, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would
already.
see-
Yeah.
yeah, you would see Lord Thrain, actually. He doesn't. Seems the dwarves have got a different system. But yeah, I'm sure you guys would just call him Jarl anyway. As you would see him making his way through the street, he seems quite busy. And as you're making your way towards the longhouse, you kind of see him making his way into one of his chambers. As he spots you as well, and he goes, "Oh, good, you're back. Come on, I think I ought to speak with you." And he will gesture for you to join him in a little chamber. Seems to be like his little Jarl's office kind of thing.
Let's follow Lord Frey. Alright, well, I
Right,
follow
well-
suit. So, what did you want to speak about, Lord Frey?
Just 1 second, I'm just placing.
Yeah.
And what is the other guy's name? The big guy.
Who?
Yeah. So he will lead you in, and it seems like this is some kind of like a war room. Yeah, as lagging a bit. I mean, what the? Yeah, he will lead you into one of these sort of long houses, and into one of these chambers with stone floors, and you would see a table at dwarf height, although the ceilings seem to be for Goliath. And he kind of waves you over. You can see he's got a map laid out over the table. You're not gonna get down. The elves will go and stand around the table.
Mikil will go up to the table as well.
Boundaries lagging a lot. But yeah, Strain stands there with the map and looks up. I take it you didn't have any luck down there? Or tell me one of you's got the heart of Ymir.
unfortunately, the dragon was guarding it.
Oh, shite.
Despite our best efforts to try and, well, persuade him with words, it seems like the only way to persuade him is kill him. But we decided that for now, before we try and attempt that, it would be in our best interest to evacuate the people of Broda, just in case something were to happen.
Well, great minds think alike. We've actually just been going over how we might get people out, where we might go. We heard you helped some of our lads in the tunnels, so thank you for that. And you will notice the map he is pointing to is a map of the tunnel networks that run underneath Mordia. As we can get a couple of them, a couple of our people are going to go deeper into the mountain and should be safe there. We'll go to the other side, but a lot of us, especially big folk like Aleph here, they're all used to being out above ground now, so we're not sure where we might be able to take them. The surrounding neighbouring regions are not exactly welcoming to our kind. Apologies, my accent's looking at lots going on. Had to have a couple of twigs of mead.
Right.
I concur. I think going deep or going away is probably the best choice of action. As for the above ground folks, I believe we have a solution for that, although that in and of itself is also an arduous journey. But essentially, we could transport them through a tree of Yggdrasil to Brodavik, and then they could be safe there.
We would be very grateful if you take us in. It would be nice to actually meet your Jarl as well. It's been a long time coming.
Right. We were told that history of, well, like when Brodavik was first formed, like the original residents were from Broda, like correct? That's how history says as it goes.
I prophesied that some people from Breidabek would return eventually, but those were giant prophecies about killing dragons. But maybe not. Maybe this is it. Maybe you're here to save us. So,
Yes. Yes, prophecies can get very puzzling and cryptic.
well, no prophecies are going to help us get off of this mountain now. You said you have a ship. How many people do you think you can take? Because you hate to break it, but no ships up here.
Yes, I have character. How big is the ship? I don't quite remember.
Yeah, Gorm is it's a long ship, so
Oh, true, but they come in
I
flavors.
think you can take essentially 2 units of dwarves. So yeah, you can hold a fair amount of people, but yeah, definitely not the whole settlement on one ship.
that's true.
You could load it with you could load it with people and get, especially the dwarves. You could fit a lot of dwarves on your ship.
I see here. It says 100 passengers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We have one longship worth of space available. So it's not a whole lot.
And it is a long journey there.
Do we have? Is Gorm not back
No, we've been going for a
yet?
while.
He may know how
No.
many people a ship can actually hold.
Well, under the actors and then ships, there's the Gorm's longship. I think it's the old one. Like it has a creature capacity where it says 40 crew and 100 passengers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's what I was looking. Which token is it?
It's the first one, I believe, like the Gorm's longship. Yes,
I assume he has
under
a lot
actors.
more.
Is that the one that has all your stuff?
The only thing it has in cargo is Contagion, Stronghold Action Contagion.
Well, yeah, sorry. I had a thing that had all your party stuff on it, but
Yeah.
I don't know where that is right now.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that. It was somewhere. Maybe it's in the items section.
Maybe.
But it doesn't matter. The point was how many people can you fit on the ship. So yeah, that one that is the right stat. So yeah, you could take 100 passengers.
Yep, and 40 crew. So
Considering with 6 people in total, then that would be
134.
math. Yeah.
134.
Yeah, you guys don't count as passengers. You are definitely part of the group, but also mechanically we're going to stick more to like how many units you could bring with you, because 2 units of soul.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then where was the Tree of Yggdrasil? Like how far away was it from Verona?
It was like at least 2 to 3 hours away, I think.
Okay. And that's why we need to transport them with the ship, right?
Your ship is parked. I'll bring us to the big map so we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's by the Sentinels Coven.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Oh, so it's right there.
There's a trees there. And our ship's also there. Okay.
Oh, I might not have actually marked where the tree is. But yeah, I mean, it's close to Browder here. It's like within, I think it's over.
So realistically, we could. Well, then again, with like the Needhogs, how many could we realistically get through the branch of Yggdrasil?
What do you mean?
Well, because we don't want to like, disturb the Needhogs too much, right? Like feasting on Yggdrasil. So that would turn into a pain and potentially lead to a lot of death. It's like, how many people could we bring through the tree to Brodavik?
Yeah, to transport.
Yeah.
You did use the tree before to evacuate some people from Braudavik and take them to the Treehouse Village during
Yeah.
one of the big battles.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're just opening a doorway. You may want to protect the people going through, but it is possible.
No.
Yeah, it's basically like how many times we open the door per day. That where it becomes really troublesome.
Ah, okay.
Is there a limit on that? Did I say?
No, I think you mentioned how it gets more dangerous if you use it more times per day.
Yeah, you're more likely to attract the Nidhogg's if you keep opening. But I don't think there's an actual limit on how many times you can open it, and I think you could keep it open. Like if you're marching people through it, I don't think you'd have to keep opening it over and over and over.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Once you close the door behind you, it's the tree closes as well. So as long as you keep the door open.
Yep.
Just a bad idea to leave that door open because the things from all the realms could get through there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have a fast travel point near your ship, which is a bit of a problem.
Hmm. Guess we'll just have to hope that the Sentinels Covenant are protecting it, taking care of it.
The other way, by the way, that he is saying that the dwarves will go, he's saying that some will head through the mountains to the north and some will go west towards Delta.
Hmm.
So like the two, Bodendir and Delta are the two big dwarven settlements. But at least one of them is underground.
That's good. Okay. So the plan is that as many, or rather all the settlers that want to, they go underground, and then we'll take the rest through the Yggdrasil portal to Brodavik, right? And we'll just have to. Okay.
So we'll say you can take about 125 dwarves. That will be the party that you can bring if you're bringing them onto the ship. If you want to try and take, like, that's all you would be able to fit on a ship, but you could potentially take double that and take 250, which would be half of Rauda, and then the other half would go into the tunnels, and
Yeah.
Thrain would lead them.
Hmm. And I'm not quite sure if I understood where the branch of Yggdrasil was. Like, is it not over by Broader or the Sentinels
Yeah, it's
Covenant?
over by Rauda. It's like in those surrounding mountains.
Okay.
It's essentially your fast travel point to Britta, so it's really not that far away.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just not in the town.
Yeah. Then I still think it would be worth it if we try just to, like, take half of Broader through that instead of trying to march them all the way down to the Longship.
Half ship, half tree.
Why just? Sorry, I just got back. Why not all three?
Well, because some of them like wanted to go deeper, like underground, and then we would essentially evacuate all the people above ground who are not used to being underground.
Yeah, so Thrain is telling you that they are going to try and evacuate some of the dwarves up north to Bodendir. Some are going west to Delta, but they will be going under the mountains, which they believe to be safe, but not everyone, and all the Goliaths as well, are probably not going to be taking that option. So, yeah, you've got potentially 250 people that you are going to need to evacuate. The other 250 are will be taken care of by Thrain and the elders. So it's up to you how you want to handle that. And we said you can fit about 125 on your ship if you manage to get back to that.
Okay.
Yeah, we still need. If we're still going according to our plan, get to Flostovik, and without a giant, we might need more of a crew. So I'm not sure it's ideal to sail back and then sail again to Flostovik if we're still going to do that. Might as well get all the people to Brodovik, spend night there or however we're planning, and then teleport back with a bit of a crew to the ship and sail to Flostovik.
Hmm.
Sounds good enough to me. I'll take care of the tunnels. There are some people that are a wee bit sick and elderly that are not going to be too able to travel over these mountains. We've got 2 carts that are still operational, but we're going to need some sort of a transport to get them over these mountains.
Maybe the ship will help here.
Your ship is far away from where you are now.
Yeah, we can't really sail across the mountain as well. That's what I'm saying.
You could have sailed a lot closer here, but it was dangerous waters. So
Yeah.
you also don't have a fast travel point near the Sentinel's Covenant yet. So it's at some point you are going to have to do some hiking if you want to get back to the ship, which has all your loot on it.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be a very tight fit with all these people going on one ship, I fear. But
Again, why are we using the ship? The elder need to get over the mountain. The ship that plays no factor here.
yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, if we're not planning to go to Flostovik, then sure we'll take the ship. But if we are going to Flostovik, I think it's easier to just fast travel to Broda and march to the Sentinel's Covenant, and then sail south.
Hmm.
Yeah. Uh. So in that case, we would take out 250 men, children, women, and then
Well, Problem begins when we use the tree twice a day. We just keep it open and start marching everyone.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. So we would take them there, march them through, keep the door open, and then well, we haven't really planned what to do after we've gotten all the people through.
We'll speak with the Jarl. Maybe we can. I don't think we can feed all the people in the Brodavik itself, but
True.
we can with temporary tents and maybe start building some more permanent housing.
Yeah.
I'm sure that people of Broda themselves will pitch in, help us physically.
I think anything to not get crushed by landslides and avalanches.
Yeah. Well, there are still mines that they can, if they want to feel like they're like at home.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the plan.
Yep, that seems like fast travel to people rather to Brodavik.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
start rounding people up.
I think
Oh.
getting to the tree itself, we might still need to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
But again, you need to get people over the mountain. They have elderly. We don't have any animals essentially to move the carts.
Yeah, and essentially we can go through and back back up from like basically there was that dwarven watchtower near the tree, so we can travel through the tunnels if they are safe at the moment to get to the tree.
Yeah, you would know that you can definitely take the path that you took before. You've got a fairly safe path back to the tree, so that isn't going to be a problem for you guys. But you guys are all fit, healthy adventurers, and yeah, as Gorm says, they have some sick and elderly that are going to need transport. You have 2 carts, he has said, but yeah, no animals to draw them, and he's kind of saying if we're going to get them there, what can we do to accommodate those people?
Okay.
We have got there's some old mine carts and plenty of mining equipment. Some of the old stuff in the forge may still be usable. And you helped us repair that gate pretty well. Do you think maybe you could help us build some sort of transport for them?
Can build the rails there, but it will take time. Although I'm not entirely sure what's actually pushing the mine carts except gravity.
I don't think digging out new mines right now is our best option. We have got lots of track if you've got a way to lay it fast.
You want to dig straight to the tree, like through the mountain towards.
Well, that's
Where
what
the
I'm saying.
trees.
That's a bad idea. The
Oh,
mountain's
he
a lot.
doesn't want to do that.
There are
Yeah.
some tunnels that go that way. I suppose if you wanted to lay some cart down as you go, possible. I was thinking maybe something with wheels, something that can move over terrain. A giant goat, perhaps.
Giant what?
Mm,
Goat?
yeah, or yeah, basically some kind of a creature pulling on the carts. Like they have carts, but they don't have the creatures to pull them.
Miguel, I think we need to invent the bicycles.
We need to invent a bicycle. Okay. All right.
I mean, you guys already came up with skis on the fly, so a mountain bike. Why not?
I mean, the hardest part would probably be the rubber tires.
Or
We we
Or
will
do-
put we'll
or-
put sleds in the front and
Ah,
a bit less.
like-
The rubber is still a problem, but
yeah, or in this case, that's the medieval taxi where it's a small cart and it's a person can pull it.
if anyone has thaumaturgy, you can just use the wind to just push yourself.
Oh, you cannot underestimate the power of a good gust spell when you're trying to move a minecart.
is the gust spell.
Although I suppose for minecarts, couldn't we just put a track on them?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, we need to build the tracks.
No, like tank treads. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So we. What the fuck they call them?
Like the
What
armored
tank?
personnel carriers, essentially.
Yeah, we just make like a.
Tank tracks. Like
Yeah,
same.
exactly. Okay.
No,
Well,
Thrain is asking. What the fuck are you talking?
you know, either we could make it out of like I don't know some metal, like corrugated metal, just get a bunch of wrought iron and just use that, or if they have any, oh, I don't know,
Like that you
Well,
send the
lots of
photo.
iron.
yeah, or like cloth or whatever. We could probably use that, like as
They have a lot of iron here, probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
considering they have forges and shit.
Yeah, we're probably like gas. Do we have the gas? Like someone that can make wind?
Kyrie does have the gust enter, so
We can connect the two carts to big one, build the tracks, build maybe some sort of a either gas to push it or a small sail to help push it. And maybe still the bikes like to turn the what's it called turn the to keep the wheels in the tracks moving.
I mean,
Like
if we're making
everything.
if we're making treads, we won't need tracks.
No, I mean the tank thing. I just I'm not sure how to say it in English.
Fair. What else could be? See, yeah, I guess propulsion is the hardest thing. Although, yeah, if we do have gusts, then shouldn't be too hard.
They're called caterpillars in Hebrew, so I can really because they're both crawling. They're both on the ground crawling.
That makes sense. I'm pretty sure there's a like tread type called caterpillar.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Yeah, the question is, can the gust can push such a heavy weight?
I'll be honest, no.
actually,
know.
we have don't we have Goliaths? Literally, they could probably push
Yeah.
them. Yeah. At that point, the treads are just there to like make it easier to push.
How many?
Uh,
If how big are the carts? Can they fit everyone? It's probably just speed up the process instead of everyone walking.
I don't think they can fit everyone, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Well, we've got two wooden carts that are just your normal sort of ox cart size, and then we've got a couple of mine carts that can fit at least 4 dwarves at once.
Okay. And do we have
Okay,
any?
that's not a lot.
Do we have any oxes? To like.
They
pull the
don't
cart?
have any beast of burden here.
Usually they're pulled by Goliaths, or sometimes we gather a couple of the big cave goats. There are some creatures on the mountain if you wanted to try and catch one, but when everything went to shite, all of our animals ran.
That makes
Might be able to find some of the beasts of burden nearby if they survive.
Well, I think maybe me and Mikhail are working on the tracks, because we'll need them
Yeah.
either way. Maybe Carmilla, you can try to find the beast because we can always just throw a rope and help make them push the carts. So that's always an easy thing to add.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a viable plan.
Right. Sounds like you have a plan. I can take you to the forge, show you where all the iron and all that. We've already got some of the smaller forges lit, and so anything you need, you just let us know.
A bunch of iron.
Aelith will say, I can take you to where West saw some of the animals. We should be able to see them from the watchtower.
Right, let's
Alright.
divide and conquer.
Sounds like fun. Let's go.
Okay, good team. So we have Mikhail and Gorm heading off to craft this mountain tank, and then
I'm surprised the
others-
dwarves didn't make it already.
I mean, they have been scared away from making anything that may resemble Titan technology. So it seems they're pretty medieval. In
Yeah,
there.
fair enough.
Is that? I mean, how long have people had tank tracks?
Tracks, I'm not sure. The first tank was Da Vinci, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Da
It was the
Vinci.
first tank concept, really. It was.
Yeah.
They weren't exactly mass
He was in
producing.
Assassin's Creed, so it's real. I know it.
So true.
Yeah, he invented a helicopter too. I don't think there were any helicopters flying around.
No, just
Yeah.
the kites,
Kite.
not you can glide.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
strapping from off the tank. That's one
Yeah.
way you
Yeah.
can get
Yeah.
across the mountain.
Yeah.
Just strap
Yeah.
to the rope.
Basically, Da Vinci had the designs, but he didn't have the power to do it.
Yeah, the first tank.
Ahead
train.
of his time, essentially.
The first
Oh.
tank was, or pattern was, done in the 19th century by Russians, because of course.
Yeah, we will head to this forge.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm going through maps. I'm trying to find the relevant one. But Camilla and Trymir, are you guys doing anything before you follow Aleph out to the watchtower? Or have you got another idea on how you might gather some beasts of burden?
Yeah. Iron does have basically what I imagine is that like in a way we have to try to herd the animals together. So I imagine Ymir is gonna cast like fly on himself, like to how like shepherd dogs are, like they run around the animals and to gather them up. You know what I mean? But for Primary, he's like flying.
You need to find them first.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to track the animals.
So you can just play some tokens, and yeah, you guys can make the same checks that you would make if you were going hunting, like on those tables, and we'll say that will represent if you're able to find some animals, and then we'll see what kind of animals you will take us to the actual watchtower.
So it's the Hunt Game Mountains.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dex or Wisdom check first. Survival or survival if you're proficient.
Yeah, I'm from survival.
It's time to find all the animals.
Survival. And
Okay.
I believe we succeeded. So yeah, looking at the Hunt Game, like DC is 10. So so are you free to roll on the game table for mountains now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So D4 slots.
Okay. Yeah. As you start heading out on your first little hunt here, yeah, you can roll the d4 to see what supplies you find, but these are supplies that might help the others craft their.
Okay.
Yeah, you find some like firewood, or they might be able to use it to shore up the carts that they're making, but it there's a lot of destruction on this mountain. It seems the animals are scarce. They have definitely hidden themselves well if they were able to, or a couple of them, Camilla, you would actually find, you'd get to the edge of a cliff and see that at the bottom of it there is an ox that is just like splattered on the rocks below. Seems like in one of these earthquakes, or maybe one of the rock slides, it was flung from the mountain and is very dead.
Oh well, it's dead.
Aleph is going to be keeping a watch, and he will send a message, cast message to Kamala and to Trymere, and just say, as you guys are looking around, and say we can see some activity to. You can see some activity to the west. Maybe you'd like to check there. Just be careful. It looks like there may be avalanches above.
Understood. On
You guys can attempt that check again, but okay, yeah, sorry, I don't have the right maps to do this. We're going to stay here for now, as put Gorm and Mikhail on the side here so you can see. You are back. So yeah, you guys can make another survival check with advantage because Aleph is giving you some instructions.
right. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so that means you can roll twice on the table there, Trimia, but very good rolls there. as you guys make your way to the west. And yeah, let's see what you manage to find. You're gonna have to find
Okay.
fresh supplies to find.
Oh, good. 1d4
Yeah.
supplies. There you go, 3. And then second. Oh, more supplies. So 4, 5 supplies in total, including the 1
Six.
supply that Trimary got earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 with the one that Camilla just found. So you've managed to find a lot of animals that were killed in the crash. Some of them are fairly well preserved, and you might be able to cook some of this up. You've managed to gather some other herbs and things, but unfortunately, you have not found any of these beasts of burden. Is there anything you guys are actually doing as you're hunting, like visually, and clearly not finding any live animal?
Hmm.
What does that look
Right.
like for your characters?
I can imagine for Trimir, he would, since he would be on the lookout for large goats, and I can imagine that he would see like like a ram horn in a far off distance, but then he realizes that uh, underneath the ram horn is like a bunch of rubble. So it seems like a bunch of rubble seems to have collapsed onto the ram, along with like other rams he sees nearby, where he noticed that it seems this herd of large goat were running from an like avalanche or a rock slide, and in the process got crushed by the rubble, which is why how Trimir found like a bunch of them.
Yeah, very nice. What about Camilla?
What I'm doing is checking from up high to see it, and then find near a cliff a goat, which I then drag off the edge. And I imagine it being very shocked. And before we know it, I'm at the hill, at the bottom, with the goat, and this goat now belongs to me. I claimed it by the right of snatching it from a hill.
So you're saying you like scared it off the cliff and it didn't survive?
Yes.
You didn't find a living goat. I will.
Yes.
If you did find a living goat, you killed it in the process. I
Well,
feel like that makes sense.
not my
It's still
not my
Camilla coming
fault.
in. Yeah, so close calls from both of you, but yeah, hopefully there's a living goat out here somewhere. As
Yeah,
we now
like right
head
now,
back to the other.
yeah, right now the hunt game is just showing. The table itself is just showing. Like it's not saying like we find something alive,
Yeah,
but hopefully we narratively find something.
yeah, that's why we're making dice rolls. These tables are, depending on the area you're in, will determine how likely you are to find animals. And so I'm
Okay.
using them to determine if you find animals.
Okay, understood.
On the mountains, it's quite hard to do at the best of times to find something. You're lucky I'm not making a roll on the ton. Well, actually, that's more likely looking at it. But yeah, mountains, not going so well for the animals, but who knows? You might find something. As we go back to the others at the forge, using what they can, much smaller forges than you would like to use here. But Gorman Mikil, what are you using to create this this vehicle? And these checks will probably be using your crafting tools, but it's up to you guys. What are you trying to make?
Well, it's. I think it's quite. I mean, not very simple, but yeah, like we need the
That's
threads.
how it looks
Yeah,
in
we
real
need
life,
we need the threads
essentially.
themselves, which is just that's shape, and then we just need like. Are they called sprockets? I'm not quite
Oh, I
sure.
just painted in paint how they look. Like 2 parts, and there is a rod and some that holds them together. And there's just a lot of them. There are also pins at the top, like at the top of them, but I don't think we are using that advanced of threads.
Yeah, I mean, you've got dwarven craftsmen here and uh, two giants that are able to swing these hammers. So
Alright.
yeah, you've definitely got the means to produce this kind of thing. Weapons and all. It's your design. This may be the first tank track built in Mordia, but hey, who knows? This could be. You guys could revolutionize war in a couple of sections.
I hope not. So how many wheels do minecarts have? Like 2, right? Essentially.
In minecart 4.
Well, like 2 on each side, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, we're gonna have to make some modifications to the minecarts.
Yeah, you've got the 2 wooden carts that could carry quite a few. I mean, picture like the cart in Skyrim. You've got, and with dwarves, say you can get a lot of them on there if you crowd
You
them
don't
on.
need 6 wheels, but
Well,
could
no,
probably do with
well,
4, even 3.
well, the top 2 ones are like supporting to like support the tread, like to
Yeah,
make
but
sure that
it's not a 60-ton machine. It's a cart with people.
it would probably weigh like at least 2 tons. Okay, but I see your point.
We're building a real life steel tank. We're building tracks for a cart.
We are revolutionizing.
You just said you don't want to revolutionize warfare.
Well,
Viva
I
la
changed my mind.
France!
Why
You are
did the
transporting the old and the sick
Yeah.
dwarves. So there's not that much weight to these
well,
folks.
better safe than sorry.
It's- Yeah,
We're
look,
making
I'm
robust
sure if
systems here.
you made a all-terrain vehicle that can get you over the mountains, I'm sure plenty of you would appreciate the ride. So go wild. Yeah, the more
Yes.
complicated you make it, the higher the DC is going to be.
That makes sense. Okay.
Once you've got that idea, you can roll and then maybe describe how it goes after
Yeah.
seeing what you roll.
I think maybe Mikhail, you instruct them. Like we have wheels we can use from the carts. We just need the trucks themselves. I can probably work on reinforcing the cars themselves so they can withstand the journey. I'm not sure in what condition they are. And then join you, but I'm not good with smithing. That's your specialty.
Come, fair point.
And you have plenty of smiths around you as well.
Yeah. All right. So here's the plan, guys. You see this wonderful drawing that me and Gorm have whipped up. These are how. This is how the tank treads, or the treads, as I'm gonna call them, are linked together.
As
You
I
can
now
see-
invent them.
as I now invent them. Gonna call them threads. But yes, they're gonna be this weird hinge shape, and then we're gonna link them together with rivets. We're essentially gonna rivet them together, and then it's essentially like making chainmail. Yeah, we've all made chainmail before, right? Except it's just a lot more rigid.
Yeah, and each part is big.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're gonna need some wheels. Now, some of the wheels are already on the minecarts, but we'll also need some sprockets to support the tread or the thread. Sorry. And then the sprockets are just gears, like large gears. We just need large gears. If you catch my drift.
Okay, you roll your checks while I try and get an AI to make that.
A cart with tank treads.
Okay. How many times do you need to roll? Well, I guess.
Just once, you'll have advantage from all the other groups
Oh,
and the
that's
giants that are
accidentally.
helping you here. But
Okay,
I think
I'll
you're
have.
both going to need to make it.
Well, I'm glad I have advantage.
Oh
Fuck.
gosh.
Twice. Do we still have party inspiration? I wonder.
We have 2 points, yes.
Okay.
And now let me make my check with my tool.
But are you sure you want to use party inspiration in this one?
I think I do. I literally have a +11. Like I just need to roll higher than a 2, and or rather, may I use a party inspiration?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
I mean,
Okay.
okay.
Alright.
You look at the inspiration as a bonus, so it's not necessarily.
All right. There you go. 28.
And I roll almost in a 20, but 24 will do. You could have guided yourself, I think, Mikhail.
I could have guided myself.
But still.
Whatever. I mean, it's a 1d4, right?
Yeah.
Like 30 makes a difference. Like a 30 got you that Green Lantern.
Well, looks like it'd be a 31 then. Should I flash of genius myself for 36? I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah.
A 30, to be fair, is godlike. So, yes, absolutely. That is enough to invent the tank track. Yeah, it seems like this is definitely working, and yeah, with Gorm's 24 as well. This is flawless. You have created something that you will definitely be able to move them over the mountains with. This might actually.
Now just slap those on the ship, and we have an all-terrain vehicle.
Yep. And
Wait.
enjoy how the top one
shit.
is like sleeping out in the open. Like bro's just chilling.
Yeah, he has a view.
True.
Sorry, I've gotten obsessed with the image. So yeah, how do you present this to the dwarves, as a couple of them have started to gather around now in awe of what you guys are building?
Well,
Treat this as a sales pitch.
so what you're looking in front of you, I'll call them a completely new invention that revolutionizes how to move in all terrains. Essentially, I think we'll call them. Oh shit! What do we call them? Call them caterpillar threads. Very original, I know. But they essentially crawl across the ground, and it makes it easier for the vehicles of, I guess in this case, a minecart, to move across terrain because it evens out the pressure on the ground. And it's done by this this thread. As I point all the way around the thread. Sorry, the thread.
This is incredible work, lads. The old smiths of the Frostforge would be proud of this kind of thing. I think this will get us over the mountain. What do you think? You'll see a couple of the smiths and that work here all just like nerding out over this design for a while. He goes, how do they move? Do we still need animals to pull them? Or can we move these things with magic?
Currently, we still have to use animals or other forms, beasts of burden, but
Not magical ways. at the moment.
non-magical ways. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Grom. But we should definitely invest funds into finding a magical solution for autonomous propulsion.
Hey, what did you find? What was the metal you found in the mine next to Brodovik?
That was gravitite.
Ooh.
I could make a friggin' a Tic Tac, you know, the alien or the UAP.
Yeah. Or
The UAV.
Yeah, gravitite can create its own gravitational field, so you could technically move at the speed of light if you manufactured that right.
oh,
Or
and
on a
could it
smaller
also,
scale, we'll make the the tank move by itself
yeah,
without
and yeah,
traveling through
or
time. We've been
yeah,
there, done that in the previous campaign.
and it's called gravitite, so maybe it can roll on walls, like climb scale walls.
So you're telling me you want me to invent field propulsion in? Okay. Well, that sounds
We
fun.
made the hex tech. There we go, guys.
Well,
Well, actually, you know, we might have a way to do that. The dwarves that sing in the mountains, we have been known to animate the rocks themselves, and some of the more skilled of us are able to animate small objects, things like that. Maybe with enough of a chant, we might be able to get those tracks to turn themselves.
oh, okay.
We
Well, be my
can
guest.
at least aim at the wheels if it's easier. As long as they turn, the tracks will move. But yeah, if the tracks will also work.
I just give it a wee push. Let's hope we've got something to drag it, though. At which point we will cut back over to Crimea and, well, Crimea, Carmilla, and the other two elves, as you guys have spread out into the nearby surrounding mountains, searching for some animals. You've felt like this. You can all make a perception, or both of you can make a perception check before we go into another hunting roll.
Okay, perception. Oh crap! Holy crap! That's my third
Neil.
nat 20 this session.
The nat 20, okay. So yeah, you will find something with the nat 20. Give me a second. Find it myself.
An ancient mythical dragon. Neil. Swoops down.
Yeah, he will offer us help to transport the dwarves.
You can call the worm. The wall would the worm will drag them if it shows up.
Actually, be a quick way to tunnel through, like.
And
you
probably
would-
collapse everything as well.
Okay, yeah. So what you will see is actually on top of one of the peaks nearby. You will notice that there is an old homestead that is. It looks like Goliath's house that is kind of up there. Definitely a house big enough to home a small giant, and you will see that there's like a small silo kind of thing that looks like something that might be an aviary for birds. It almost looks like a farmhouse sitting on top of a mountain.
Oh.
Yeah, with an
Okay,
At-20, you can tell it looks like the kind of building that they may have kept beasts of burden in before. So yeah, that's probably where they were coming from, or there may still be some left there. It's up to you guys if you want to go and explore that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Trevor will point that out towards Camilla and other elves and say, "Oh, that's a neat building on top of this mountain. Let's see if any of the beasts have run in this direction, or if they are left here." Yep, and Trevor ahead and leads the way for seeing it first with that net 20.
You will see there are some staircases if you where you see that stone in front of you, but you make your way up the mountain and towards this. Yeah, if you guys want to search for things as you go along, here's where you could make your hunting checks just as you're approaching. But once you actually get to the building, we can do like investigation or something like that. But just as you're making your way up, yeah, let's see if you see anything with those survival checks and a hunting check with advantage.
Okay, so survival check advantage.
Okay, we're finding some. Oh, nice. So let's see, you can both roll on the table and see if you get fresh supply.
Okay. So Hunting Mountains. Roll. Oh crap, no. Oh no, one.
Do
Again, you find some things that might be helpful for your journey, but not nothing living. As you guys wind your way up to the top here, where you can see there is this courtyard, and there is up at the top here you can see is a what looks like some sort of a stable. There were definitely animals being kept here. Everything I was talking about is there to the right.
So okay.
The main house, you can see it definitely looks almost like a farmhouse, but um, there are some boards that are laid down, like you can kind of see here at the back, that look like they would have been to move some sort of cattle or something across. So there may be animals nearby if any of them didn't leave this place or maybe came back to this place.
Okay. Yeah. I can imagine well, with the survival check, Trimer rolling one, like Trimer is like fixated on the housing and is eager to search there.
Give me an investigation check. What's Camilla do?
Okay.
Camilla?
I'm actually interested to see what this is.
Use magical guidance to reroll. See if I get a better roll.
Camilla,
Oh,
you
dang
can
it, no, I
also
don't.
make you can also make an investigation check there. Camilla. Yeah, you as you're looking around Crimea, you see that there are like stables inside, but it seems like they were definitely keeping some sort of animals in here. maybe some kind of that could be horses, cattle, maybe those big goats. But you see no trace of any animals in here. And as you up to the roof of this thing that looked like it, it almost looks like a cage on the outside, but as you approach the top, you can hear something moving around on the inside. It sounds like something pretty big, but you just sort of hear some ruffling underneath the rooftop there.
Time to investigate and look what's inside.
You're climbing the wall like Spider-Man. So
Yeah, you can
Those
easily
walls
peer
ain't
over
gonna
the edge.
ground themselves.
Give me a perception check, please, as you look over the edge and you see it's quite dark inside this cage, whatever.
Well, finally it's there.
What did you roll?
That's
Sorry,
not funny.
I can't see.
At 26.
Nat 20.
Oh, okay, very nice. Yeah, you will see on the other side. You will see the reflection of the eyes of what looks like a giant bird. I'm trying to find the stat block here, but you see it kind of lean its head forward and just into the light, looking at you curiously. It looks like it is like a giant eagle.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
It's time to adopt the
Yeah.
eagle.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings style.
Too bad we are not in the desert.
So I don't know why the images are messed up on this token.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I'll try and fix the token, but what are you doing, Pamela, as you see the face of a giant eagle looking back at you, and it seems to be perched in what is essentially a giant bird cage?
Bird cage, you see.
Yeah,
Nope.
it looks like it's kind of wicker, and there's a doorway at the bottom, like you could actually walk into the bottom level. But the perch for this bird is like the size of a tree trunk, across the middle of this. It is a decently sized enclosure for the size of the bird. Like it doesn't seem like it's this tiny cage for it, but it is a massive bird. So yeah, can't exactly fly around him.
It's time to adopt bird. First thing is, we need to understand bird. Bird need to understand us. And you say it's like in a giant bird cage.
Yeah.
Well, time to look around for what is it called, like the door or something at the bird cage.
Yeah, there's down at the bottom, you can see there's a full, like, Goliath-sized entrance down there. You can see it is a locked wooden gate, but the lock isn't that advanced if you wanted to try and pick it.
Yes, let's try and see if we can get this one open. It's wooden, you say?
Yeah.
I have the perfect lock tool for that. Come on. Do not behave.
My foundry is frozen. You'll have to pull out your rolls. What are you trying to do?
I think it's foundry that is frozen. I'm just trying to smash it with a sword. Since I presume it will not handle a great sword.
Yeah, you can make an attack roll, see if you can break through it. We give Foundry a moment to wake up. Is trying to do anything.
Yeah.
Crimea, are you doing anything?
All right, sorry.
Yeah, Foundry's a bit frozen, so Cup is trying to break through a lock down on the other side, but what is Crimea doing is he hasn't been able to find any animals so far.
Tyrant's gotta get like at the stables. Even stables here.
Okay, you can make another investigation then as you're looking around.
Okay. Investigation.
That's the wrong
Oh,
one.
Okay. There you go. 17. Investigation.
Ah, I see why.
What?
Finally figuring out. There it was. 23 to hit the lock.
Oh yeah, you smash through that lock with ease, and as you slice through it, the doors swing open. They're like double doors that are quite intricately made, but as you smash it open, the giant eagle up above you see kind of moves and is now looking down at you, just like it would look down at its prey. So you can make an animal handling check after that if you want to stop that eagle from diving.
And Carmel can understand it. She does have Speak with Animals on.
Yes, and I even have something. I don't
When
think
did
it.
you first speak with animals?
I cast that just around the time I crawled into this, like what's the cage.
Oh, I
Yeah, you
didn't
should
hear
see
that.
it in the chat as you scroll up.
And since
Cool.
it's not a concentration, it's like the other one, I can also animal friendship. On the bird.
Yeah, what is the save it needs?
DC 14 wisdom.
Oh. Ooh, just failed.
Yeah, just fails as the eagle looks down at you, and you see it kind of spread out its wings, and then just like stand up on its perch for a moment before just hopping off the edge of the perch and flapping its wings just twice as it kind of hovers down to land on the ground, but just picking up all of everything that was sitting on the floor of this. You like have to put your hand in front of your face to stop the wind, but it lands next to you and just bows its head as though it is, yeah, it understands you, and it will say, "Ah, new friend, good to meet you." And that's just through the speak with animals. It's not speaking common. Try me,
Yeah,
you'll hear a squall of a giant eagle.
Okay, but I got 17, so I don't get anything from the civils here.
Yeah, you can search. Actually, with a 17, we'll get to what you find in a second. As you actually would notice something. But let's see, Kamala, what are you doing as the eagle goes down?
Yes, friend. And you are now free. Unless you rather want to travel with me.
My master is not here. I don't believe I should leave without him.
And how long since the master left?
Since the mountains quaked, he was chasing some of the animals across the ridge. I saw them run, but he has not returned. I fear the worst.
Stone dust
Help me find him.
and
I will
stone body in there.
happily go with you.
Yeah, I guess we have to find him.
The bird will turn its massive head and kind of just nod towards the corner of the room where you'll see a massive saddle sitting there. Not, I mean, uh, not much bigger than the saddle for a horse, but you can see it is clearly made to attach to a harness that is attached to the bird already.
He will just say, I will allow you to ride me into the air and we can search from there.
Oh well, I guess I will be spending some time getting it saddled up and then fly off.
As you are saddling up the bird, we go back to Trymere, who looking in one of the stables, you are going to see sitting in the back corner, just sort of huddled up and shivering, you are going to see a cave goat. And I will place it down there now so you can see what you're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see the goat just sitting, like shivering in the back of the stable. And it sees you when you find it, and it's just scared and alone and cold.
Oh, okay. Noticing it's cold, Army will he'll create bonfire, but but he'll do it like someone outside, the wooded parts of the stable, so it doesn't catch on fire. So we'll actually like do it like indoor, this corner, the corner of the stables here, so the goat can like huddle near. Noticing the goat is called a little huddle near, somewhat near the fire for warmth.
Okay, yeah, you can give me an animal handling check with advantage as you try and coax it closer with warmth.
Okay. Oh, is 13 enough?
Yeah, the goat will bleat and sort of walk up to the and just lie down next to it as it gives you a sort of cross-eyed but happy look.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and Primer would yeah, would actually think of like an owner, like read somewhere like, yeah, he's wondering, yeah, this is like a house, so he's wondering, is there an owner around here? And he's just gonna yell out in the distance, hello, anyone home?
Carmilla, you would hear that, but you would get no response from him.
Okay, yeah. So right now, this goat is just a regular goat, like not too big, just a regular medium-sized goat.
You can give me a nature check to assess what kind of a goat this is.
I'm gonna use magical guidance. Oh man, I love magical guidance. It's very helpful. There you go. 14.
Okay, yeah, 14. You know this is a cave goat, and you know that they are very sturdy climbers. That mechanically they have advantage on athletics checks to climb rocky surfaces. So yeah, definitely these goats are great at traversing the mountains. But pulling a cart, yeah, this one it's definitely bigger than your average goat. But maybe with an enlarged or something like that would be able to pull the cart. But in its current state, no.
Okay.
It's yeah, the only beast of burden you found so far. Could be useful.
Okay. Driver would actually yeah, thinking of like this housing area, would I attempt to try to go inside and look around the around this house, housing, wondering if
Okay, you can give me another investigation check as you make your way into the main house.
all right. Ah, so close. Let's do that anyway, but it's a 50.
So, with a 15, you can tell that a Goliath lived here. There is all the furniture and stuff is bigger than, it's definitely bigger than any of the stuff you've seen in dwarven homes. But what you can tell from the evidence you're finding lying around is that whoever lived here left in a hurry. They there's like you can see that there's a burnt out fire with a pot on it, and all the water's evaporated. If whatever was uh, boiling in there burnt, and the fire is dead. It it seems like there was someone living here, and then they very quickly left. So
Okay.
the owner is long gone, and well, I mean, you don't know they could be nearby, but it seems like there was a Goliath keeping animals here, and they are missing.
Okay. Yep. And try to look it up, and yeah, I think at this point, like Carmel's doing her thing now. Back to her.
Yeah, at this point, Carmilla, you can give me another animal handling check with advantage this time to try and get onto the saddle and take flight on a giant eagle. Hell yeah. So as you come out of the building, Crimea, you just see the flapping wings of this giant eagle as it rises over the edge of the cliff with Kamala sitting on its back. And you have control of the eagle, Kamala. Well, I'll give you control of a token, but you are riding this and it is under your command.
Well, off into the direction the master is heading in. Which, let me see, the mountains would be. I think wasn't that north?
Yeah, you'll see around here there are a couple of ridges, but the eagle will be able to take you in the direction you saw him go. You can, if you are taking flight, you can give me a perception check with advantage, as the eagle will be able to help you with its keen sight. But yeah, I mean, are you guys interacting at all between the two of you as this is happening before Commander flies?
Yeah, I think Trimer would call it. Seeing Carmela on that eagle saying, like, "Hey, where are you going?"
To find the master.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looked like he left in a hurry from the looks of their house. And you're gone.
Well, you see the eagle soar up into the air and circle around these mountains, searching for where the master went. And you will see near where you saw some of the bodies of those goats, you will see that smashed down below, there is like the body of a Goliath that clearly also tumbled off the mountain and was killed. Yeah, you see it's like right at the bottom of this mountain. It's pretty clear with a 25 that this was the owner. And you hear the eagle going, "No, master."
Sadly for you, there's nothing else we can do other than bring him back and then give him a proper burial.
Stand. And the eagle will dive and pick up the body in its talons and fly back up to the top of the mountain where it circles around and yeah, I guess lands here on the sort of lands in the center and puts the body down on that central sort of table. At this point, quite a bit of time has passed, and the other two, we are going to go back to your Speak with Animals will still be up for that scene, Pamela, don't worry. But the other two, you guys have created these vehicles. It would have been taking quite a while to make these, obviously. But are you doing anything as the time keeps ticking and it's probably going to be dark soon? You may need to leave shortly, and yeah, it looks like you're making good progress on these vehicles. Is there anything else you guys are trying to do while you wait?
I can imagine Mikkel would just, if the vehicles are fully ready, he'd just help, like, getting supplies and shit for the evacuation once we start moving. So like try and move shit into the carts and the mine carts, just so we have everything.
Yeah, maybe like take a like large cloth and like tie it above the cart.
Hmm.
Try to make some sort of a roof, a temporary one. And
Yeah.
if we still have time, I'll just probably make some food. Even if I don't find any animals, I don't think we are going to march there without them. Might need to spend the night here then, but not much else.
Okay, so you guys prepare for the journey here, and yeah, you get some food. You set up some shelter, and the dwarves are all yeah, they're all told where they will be going. Everyone seems to be on board with your leadership here. As we go back to the top of the mountain, and yeah, what are you guys doing up here now that you have found the owner of this home and two beasts? Don't know how useful you'll be able to make them, but yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I think first give the owner a proper burial. Or a proper fire.
Yeah, you can see that the thing that he's been laid down on would you'd easily be able to turn that into a pyre with your a bonfire spell.
Right. Yep. And
Some of the supplies that you found along the way, you've got plenty of fire.
yeah, and I probably would pray for like all the like all the other fallen people from this terrible cloud in the past. Like as Trevor has done, like the first time when like before they find the sentinel tree. But yeah, to but yeah, he'll mourn like for the lost lives here. The unfortunate as he look as this look his face looked like he was this class leader working very well, and it's unfortunate that he died tragically in this manner after living such a like good life, and the fact that he tamed a giant eagle and had a lot of goats. Like he was a good hardworking Goliath man. But it seems.
With that, the smoke will rise up from the peak of this little mountain here as the pyre is burnt, and take a while here, but pretty safe to leave the pyre burning as the eagle will give one. You will see it kind of give a last goodbye to its master, and then stand at the ready to take you wherever you want to go. I will say that the eagle can carry multiple people if you get creative, but the saddle can take two medium creatures.
Yay! But my eagle.
Trevor can. Yeah.
Holy shit, that
But
goat
again-
is awesome.
Oh, the picture.
Yes, the picture.
Yeah. Goat looks like it does. He does have like a beard.
The goat is now warming itself at the pyre.
Yeah. I wonder what is the goat saying from Camilla's ears.
Oh, thank fuck! It's so bloody cold. Wish you would
should have died sooner.
And the goat's just swearing at the dead body. He seemed to hate the owner. Turns and bleats at Trymere and Comely. You understand the goat saying, "Well then, are we gonna get out of here or what? I freeze my arse off on this mountain."
Like, would it be only Carmela? Like, Timer doesn't have secret animals.
Trymere is just hearing that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's time to get off the mountain then.
Yes. Timer would actually he would cast fly on both Finway and Ariana. He's going to use the twin spell. Let me use Metamagic. Wind and then fly. Okay, there you go. And Tyra would like ride with Carmela, and I can imagine the eagle would pick up the goat with their talons.
But how would you then be carried?
How would what?
How would you then be carried if it carries the goat?
I can ride with you on the eagle. Like it's big enough for two seats, for two people.
Where will the goat sit then?
The eagle can the eagle carry the goat? Like with their talons? I mean, I feel like the goat is a manageable size to carry. The talons of the eagle.
Yeah, I think Carmela's suggesting that the goat sit in the seat and you be carried in the talons. It's definitely strong enough to carry any of you.
Yeah. Or like Primer himself like was suggesting like both Carmel and Primer ride the saddle while the eagle carries the goat by its talons.
Yeah, Camilla understood this. She just said maybe the goat will ride with me and it will hold you in its claws.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Come on now. Like what's wrong with me? I smell.
The goat is way cooler.
Goat says, "You know it."
Okay. Okay, let's do shears. She, uh, what's the medieval term of rock paper scissors?
Boulder Podge.
Boulder parchment shears.
You're trying to do that with the goat. The goat is currently
I'm
trying to nibble on your robes. It seems
I'm
to
not.
be following you around.
I'm not doing that with Carmela. I think in the Foundry chat type our what we want to do. Like basically, the winner gets. If Trimer wins, he gets right and sell. But if you win, right? But
I'll
yeah,
make
they
it
got
a
right if you win. So ready, Karma?
I already
got your-
won.
But what? You're not participating.
Of course.
Ignore that. I'll make.
Three, two, one. Ah, yeah, you won. Oh, damn it! I got Trimer writes the talents.
Yes, I told you. I got the cool one. I knew
So
it.
the eagle lowers its wing to sort of help Trymere walk up onto it, and then the goat just butts you out of the way and just climbs its way up and sits in the back saddle. It does not have opposable thumbs and a reasonable way to hang on to the saddle, so whether it gets back or not, I don't know how you're securing it.
I secure
But
it
yeah,
with
I-
a rope.
Or, well, I imagine
Okay.
like the goat is like in front of you, and you're like. and,
Yes,
goat is
yes,
really
I'm
behind you.
gonna have it like, you know, like with kids. Sometimes, yeah, just there, yeah. Securing
so
it
you
that
strap
way.
in the goat, and yeah, the other two elves fly up into the air. The Kamala, you give the command to this eagle, and it will flap its wings, pick itself into the air, and make a small circle before coming back around and grabbing Trymere and just lifting you into the air like it's catching a mouse, which is utterly terrifying at first. But then once you're airborne, despite the cold that's whipping you in the face, you actually find you've got a nice little like perch to sit on as it kind of cups its talons, and you can just sit on what feels like you're sitting on a swing or something, but you rocket off back towards Browder, and before long you will return to the others where you can see these strange contraptions down below that they have been building. It seems like they've just finalized. You can see Gorm cooking some as the rest of you down below see this giant eagle come flying in with a couple of elves all around it, and one go.
I think they need another explanation on what Beast of Burden mean. Yeah, tell me, Kill.
Yeah.
My, the map is not doing what it meant I meant it to do, so we'll go to the other one as we're coming to the end of the session. But yeah, if you guys want to describe how you arrive there on the Eagle and things up here in Brown.
I just come flying in. It's like there. I have a goat. And just it looks for a place to land. And then lands with the eagle.
You see some of the dwarves that were gathered down below, like checking out these contraptions. They will just scatter away from the eagle as it comes into land and clears a little patch here. No one saying anything as you guys come back together and you see the animals that they've managed to find. Crimea and Kamala, you see the vehicles that they've built. Seems like the dwarves are pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, when we get back to Brodovik, I'll probably show you what beasts of burden are.
I still like my eagle better. And this goat is cooler.
This goat can't push the carts.
Just make it bigger.
That was your
Oh
job.
man,
We made the carts.
I got an eagle.
yeah. Out of character, and now I feel like what did what mount did Svenja had? Like what did she ride?
A griffin, I think.
Oh, okay. Now it seems Carmilla has a giant eagle now. Giant eagle. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
I
yeah,
have a
but-
giant eagle. I have an owl bear also.
She had an elk for a little while, I think.
Yeah, and then German died.
Yeah, very little while. Yeah, now imagine us getting back to Brodovik, killing the goat, and then bam, it reappears the other day, because eternal,
The eternal goat.
or whatever it's called, whatever Thor eats.
You see this goat just staring back at you like you're looking into the eyes of the devil. As it gives you this 1,000-yard stare. But yeah, hey, if Thor can get goats to pull his chariot, then why not you guys?
Anyway, are you feels like we're ready to go. Is it not too late to go to the Sentinel? Wait, no, the Ironwood Tree. That's what it's called.
That's good question.
It might
Yeah,
be dark
yeah,
by
is
the
it-
time you
yeah,
get
is
there, based on like your estimations now. But you might, if you leave now, you might be able to get there before it's completely dark and everyone freezes.
Yeah, I believe that's good.
Yeah,
Are
now
ready to
or
get
yeah.
yeah, ready to get everyone up and move forward.
Yeah,
So right
you-
now, the transportation that Gorm and Mikhail made, does it still something like a giant eagle to move it.
Up to you guys. You've got the eagle and the goat. You can describe to me how you're going to combine these things to make it work.
Probably tie a rope to the saddle of the eagle, and they probably have some sort of saddle here for a goat or a horse. It probably fit the goat, but we might need to either Goliath and us to push it at least until it manages to gain some speed, if it ever gets it. We have no method of self-propulsion at the moment, or ever. Unless we try this shunt the Jarl was talking about. Make the wheels spin on by themselves.
I mean, this goat is not going to be, as you said, big enough to actually pull this thing unless you can magically, I don't know, give it a potion of giant strength or enlarge it or something. But the eagle is definitely strong enough to pull this thing along. So, Kamada, you can give me an animal handling check to try and pilot this eagle to pull one of the carts.
That's fine.
Okay, it is rough going. You are struggling to hang on, but it will be enough to slowly start pulling it along. And yeah, it's going to take some getting used to riding this animal because it has been some time now, and your spells are wearing off. You can't communicate with it as easily. One cart is making its way now along, going to follow the elven path towards the ironwood tree, and you've got one more cart with the sick and elderly as the rest of the dwarves and Goliaths are marching along, trying to push the cart as well as best they can. But are you going to do anything about that goat?
Let's see.
Just
Oh.
Puddles.
Oh yeah, I think I can help. I might be able to help. Let's see. Hold on, where's my character?
It's in
Okay.
players.
So, oh yeah, I got it. So right now there's like one cart with no mount on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And driver with the feature extended spell meta magic feature. I'm like, where is it? So I can show it. Okay, here it is. Where? Okay, here. Quicken, twinned. Okay, here it is. Heightened spell. He's gonna cast double duration of spell. He's gonna cast 4th level spell. Common construct. And it's gonna make it out of stone. Stone. It's in spell slot. Great. Yep. Basically, gonna have this stone construct. So the duration is normally 1 hour, but thanks to extended spell, it's 2 hours now. Is gonna help push, like pull the cart.
Okay. Yeah, you summon a stone golem that starts pulling the cart up the mountain, and both carts are well on their way. And the goat will follow along, maybe as a snack along the way.
Yep.
With that, you will make your way up into the mountains and towards the ironwood tree, and that's where we'll end tonight's session.
All right, awesome.
Who needs a frost forge? We can make tanks without it.